Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Collegiate spring sports seasons are winding down, which means national champions and award winners are being crowned, and one athlete from Pittsfield made a huge statement on the outdoor track. Thomas College sophomore and MCI graduate Emma Burr placed 6th in the heptathlon in the NCAA Division III National Championships. She also became the first All-American in Thomas College history, not just in track, but for any sport in the history of their athletic department. Burr was ranked 20th in the nation going into the meet, and after finishing 6th on the national level, she is setting her sights on more.
It feels surreal. It definitely makes me have to think bigger and get bigger goals. I was hoping. There's a difference between hoping and actually achieving, but I wasn't really expecting getting first team until my junior year, and now I definitely have to raise the bar for myself.
Burr says she feels the pride representing the state of Maine on a national level and that the support certainly helped her. But support isn't the only reason being from Maine helped her achieve these great feats.
If she were a horse, we'd call her a mutter. She runs really, really well in the rain. So it's rainy, it's windy, it's cold, and a lot of the warm weather kids struggled, and Emma thrived in that environment. So being a Maine kid helped.
I always am turning my head and talking to people about it, and they're very supportive for me, and they're all cheering me on, and I feel it helps a lot.
Big congratulations to her. Moving on now, 60 years ago, the entire sports world had all their focus right on Lewiston, Maine, and for a good reason, too. Heavyweight champion Muhammad Ali was scheduled to fight Sonny Liston at the old Boston Garden in 1965, but at the last minute, that deal fell through. The fight was then moved right up here to what was then called the Central Maine Youth Center, now the Lewiston Coliseum. In front of a crowd of just a few thousand, the fight lasted just over 2 minutes, with Ali throwing that famous phantom punch that ended it all. Longtime Portland boxing promoter Bob Russo was ringside, and he says maybe the fight shouldn't have ended so fast after all.
Back in the day, what they would do is they'd use celebrity referees. So in that case, it was Jersey Joe Walcott, former heavyweight champ, that they put in the ring, and he was probably not that experienced. And so what happened was Ali knocked him down. Then he finally got up, and they started fighting again, and then someone from at ringside, I think he was the editor of Ring Magazine, said, "This fight's over." And Walcott, listening to a reporter, stopped the fight. But, you know, they were up boxing when the fight was stopped. A lot of people don't know that. All they can remember is that famous photo.
Really cool stuff there. They're actually unveiling a statue of Ali in Lewiston this weekend. Let's go to the Diamond now. The great stretch of weather this week continues, and I know the spring sports world is pumped about that. Over in Bucksport, a Class C North clash between Washington Academy and the Golden Bucks on the baseball diamond. Second inning, Trent Goss on the hill for the Bucks. He gets a strikeout here to end the frame. He had a dozen of those and skips over the fresh white chalk on his way back in. Bottom of the frame, Parker Cates on the hill for the Raiders, and he had a couple of strikeouts on his own. 6 on the day for him. Moving on now, same inning, 2 outs now, and it's Ryan Winchester, and Winchester gets all of this one deep to right field. That ball ends up across Summer Street and into the front yard. It is 1-0 Bucks. Next inning, Goss is at the dish, and he's going to help his own cause. Lifts one to right center. Matt Curtis is going to hustle around to score. That's going to end up being an RBI double for Goss, and the Bucks win it 4-3. Over to Cameron Stadium now, where Bangor hosting Messalonsky in some boys lacrosse. Picking it up in the second, Ryan Parent has it, fakes everyone out, including the cameraman, then picks that top left corner to make it 7-0 Eagles. Shortly after, Eagles with another chance, but Ram goalie Nick Horton, he is there to make the save. Here come the Eagles again now. This time it's Landon Stewart who rolls inside, finishes over the goalie to widen that Messalonsky lead. All right, here's Malachi Cusano now. He gets in on the action and scores one of his own, and then Parent again. He rolls to his right, switches to the left, and fires past the keeper. Eagles, they go on to win it. 19-1 is the final. Staying on the baseball diamond now, the Red Sox, they couldn't lose on Thursday night. That's because they were off, heading to Atlanta for a series with the Braves. The Sox coming off of a sweep by the hands of the Milwaukee Brewers, losing Game 3 of the series in a way that's been all too familiar this season. via a walk-off in extra innings, their 6th walk-off loss this year. The Sox did have a 3-1 lead, too. They have now lost 5 straight games, and the offense has really been reeling in each loss. No one on the roster with over 52 at-bats is hitting above 300, and Alex Cora says simply, they're just not good right now.
We're just going to be better, you know, the bottom line from top to bottom, from the manager all the way to the players. You know, we have to be better. You know, it's, close games and all that, but we have to find ways to win games. That's it, you know. It's not early anymore. We know where we at. We know who we have on the roster, and it's not going to change. It's not going to change, so we just got to be ready for Friday.
Boston plays at Atlanta Friday at 7:15 p.m. That opens the series. That is all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.